Well, hello everyone, Kryptonite here and welcome back to Foundry. So in episode 9 we have a lot that I want to cover. So basically what we want to do in this episode and what the goal is going to be automating polymer boards and circuit boards ready for something that we need to put into research, which is the construction industry. So first of all we'll pop that into research and we're going to basically be getting polymer boards, circuit boards and energy shell in automatic production. So first of all we are going to need some olumite refining for a liquid polymer, and also for the rest of it as well, olumite acid for the energy cells and various bits like that. So we want to automate that. So what my plan is going to be is we've got 3 olumite reservoirs over here, and what I plan to do, we also have one way out here out of our reach. I'll probably leave that one for now, but what my plan is going to be is to basically set these 3 up for pumping the olumite. And then what we're going to do is we're going to build a second floor. So I've just kind of referenced where I want to start, and we're going to build a second floor to our factory, and I'm going to basically pipeline all 3 of these reservoirs into storage tanks, and then we can start the process from there. I think that's the best way to do it. But first of all, what I do want to do in preparation for some of these resources that we are going to need, like the distillation column and the pump jack as well, they all take advanced machinery parts, which is something we haven't got in storage yet. So I have got glass in storage, and I've also got concrete in storage, and we've also got a surplus of steel beams as well. What I'm going to do is add advanced machinery parts just here into storage. But first of all I'm going to make some room. So I've kind of come to realization I probably don't need these storage units for these science packs. So what I'm going to do is get rid of these, just fill up our research machines, probably move this tier 3 science to run parallel with this one, and we'll probably leave a few gaps as well and just bring the advanced machinery parts down this way, and we'll add this to our storage line. So let's go ahead and do that first of all. So we'll just bulk demolition all of this over here. And yep, we have no space in our inventory, which is pretty obvious. Let's get this floor built first, and then once the floor is built we've got loads of space in our inventory. Okay, there we go, there's our second floor of our factory built. So now we've got plenty of inventory space, we can get rid of all of this, get rid of this one. Let's go ahead now and basically convert these conveyor belts to tier 2, and we might as well do that while we're here. And then what we're going to do is just link these up like this. Now what I might actually do is to make life a little bit easier, instead of having, no, I'm going to leave them there. No, actually no, exactly what I'm going to do. So what we're going to do is go ahead and get rid of this lot for now. We're going to get rid of all of these belts down here. Now we have access to the tier 3 loaders. I'm going to, I didn't want to do that exactly, but that's fine because I don't need them anyway. So we're going to run over here and we're going to get some 3rd lane loaders. I think I need 10 altogether, so that is fine. I'm going to put the 3rd lane loaders over here. I probably am going to have to get rid of these conveyor belts because of all this extra science in here. So we'll go ahead and pop these into this container as well because we don't need them. And then what we're going to do is we're going to move this conveyor belt over here. Okay, so we're going to bring this one up like that, and then we're going to slope down over here as well. I might move this back one just in case, and then what we're going to do is bring this along, and we're going to bring it around so it's parallel with this one. I'm not sure kind of why I've gone like that. That's fine, don't want to sort that out, otherwise we're going to have a whole surplus in here. So what we're going to do is go ahead and we're going to bring our tier 3 science packs over in this lane, which looks a bit backwards, but I'm doing it this way because otherwise we're going to have ugly looking bridges and everything over there, which is not what we want. So we're going to then have the blue science coming over here, and then we're going to have the red science coming over here, so it's all in one, and that will prepare us for when we increase our science tier, we can just have them just like this. So we'll make that an input and make all of these intakes. I think I've only got 10. I might have more than 10, but I'm pretty sure I have. Yes, there we go. So that's perfect. We've kind of neatened that up, and now we can bring our advanced storage parts. We can pretty much bring it straight over the top of the red science, trying to keep everything as neat and compact as possible. So I know that I have some advanced parts over here somewhere, but let's head on up here and just find them. Yeah, so they're over here. So what we're going to do is we're going to stick a balancer in this way, and then we're going to drop it down here to our underground basement, which we might struggle with a little bit because yeah, we've got quite a lot down here, but that's fine. We should be able to sort something out that should be good, like that. And now we have that there. We need to bring that straight round to the other side. So we should be able to just go straight over the top of all of this lot. So what we might do is come to there, go straight over the red science. I think could be a good way to go. We've just got to try and find our way out of here because we've kind of got ourselves stuck now. So let's go ahead and make a little pathway. It is annoying that you can't crouch in this game, especially for things like that. That's one thing that I hope they do implement in the future because it would be nice. So we're going to put that there. We are going to slope down to here. We are going to go across like this. Then we're going to slope down again, and that should bring us back to floor level where we can just go ahead and that's fine. This might be a little bit excessive to keep going up and down, but it's the way it's going to be. So going to go like that, and then we're going to drop it down here, and we're going to bring it all the way along to here, and then from here we're going to add another couple of rows of storage in here. So they're going to be there, so we're going to probably about there. Okay, so let's see. We have actually got some logistic containers, so that's good. Yes, I did space them out exactly how I thought. So what we're going to do is we're going to do these 4 here, and we're going to do intake just over here, and then we're going to bring our conveyor belt right along here. And there we go. We have advanced machine parts in storage now, so we can come and grab them whenever we need to. So let's go ahead and see what kind of resources we need now. So I do want some elevators, probably not the freight elevators, but I am going to need some elevators. So we need some advanced machinery parts, which is good. We'll just put them. We will need some more plates and things like that, so I'll definitely get some of those in production. We are going to need a few pump jacks. I'm not sure how many we're going to need. I mean, it's 1800 liters a minute, so maybe we only need 2, to be honest. We'll start with 2. We may need more, so I will need some more, possibly steel beams and advanced machinery parts as well. Whatever we have accumulated over here, which is already 400, so that's looking pretty good there. So what we'll do is we'll do 6 of these pump jacks. Not too worried about the stillages and things like that at the moment. We will need some tanks as well. So we have 25,000 liter capacity with the tanks, so not exactly sure how many I'm going to need, but I do want quite a few. So if we're making a production of say 3600 liters per minute, we're looking at just over 1,000 liters per minute with what we have, or just over 1,000 liters per minute. So with 25,000 liters, I think maybe 4 tanks might be enough. That's 100,000 liters, give or take. But I think we'll do the 4 for now, and we'll just see if we need any more. And then what we can do is probably build another one of these storage containers. So we'll grab some plates. I am going to make another one of these containers so I can drop off everything I don't need, because all we're going to need is basically a lot of pipes. Stick that on there. Basically going to get rid of everything we don't need for now. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. So we're going to need a lot of pipes. I am going to also need some steel beams, plates and electrical components as well. So let's go ahead and grab those rods and those steel beams back. Make sure I haven't got any in here. No, so we're going to need some more steel beams, and we can put all the rest in storage as and when we need to. So let's see what else we need. So we need 50 plates, 50 steel beams, electrical components. We are probably going to need a few more rods for those, and then we just need some steel beams. So we need 1 elevator per reservoir, and I want to build another one over here as well to help us basically get up and down our big factory. So let's go ahead and grab some steel beams. So we're going to need 4 elevators altogether. Okay, so we should have plenty now. So might as well do a nice round 5 because that's an easy right click. And let's see if there's anything else we do need. We will need to grab some more pipes out of our storage, and we probably could do some pumps just in case we need them. I'm not sure we will need them, but it wouldn't hurt to take a couple. So we'll make 10 of those, and I think all we need is basically the pump jack. If we head on over and we will have a look. The over distance route of pipes decrease the flow rate slows down. Counter this by adding pumps across long pipe. Yeah, so I definitely think we will need some pumps. So that's pretty good that I looked at that. And now let's see where we are with basically sorting the pump jack. Okay, so there's nothing in there about the pump jacks. I'm guessing we just need the pump jack anyway. We are going to need quite a few pipes. So I think I might just empty these containers, and I think we should be pretty good to go. So we'll take a few extra steel beams just in case. So that should be good. So first of all, we need to head on over to this one, I think, and then we'll bring a pipe all the way over to here. I think trying to think of the best way to do it. I think, yeah, to about here, and then we can go across with all 3 of these, meet in the middle, and then over here to a storage system just up the top here. Possibly we're going to head in this direction with our scanner, and we're going to hopefully find our olumite vein or reservoir over here. In fact, we have got the research all done, so that's good. Oh, long range scanner. Now that would be pretty cool. Radio tower. Oh, allows us to contact the space station. I think we definitely need to go forth and get that done as well, but I think we also probably want to research this. Well, we're going to have to research them all eventually. I do want the jetpack. I'm not sure what that basically entails. So liquid fuel and xenoferrite plates. We do need the fuel. We've got sales warehouse, and we've got science pack 4 as well. Advanced steelmaking is something I definitely do want. That will unlock us the advanced smelter to increase our production a little bit more. And then we're basically on to the science 4 stuff. So it is definitely looking good. I know we've got to go this direction quite a while. What have we got over there? That's the xenoferrite or reservoir olumite over here. So yeah, pipe work is going to be quite a long distance. We're also going to have to bring power to over here as well. Aha, okay, so I found the olumite reservoir. Not sure how this all works, but we are going to go ahead and find out how it works. So we just pop this here. Oh, okay, so learn more about the pump jack. That's exactly what I wanted to learn about. Weird that I had to open it first. So pump jacks are used to extract liquids from so-called reservoirs. They need to be placed on top or slightly above a reservoir, and it will automatically start drilling for extractable liquids. As soon as it's powered, connect a pipe to move the extracted liquids. Easy enough. Okay, reservoirs are big spherical rocky objects containing various sorts of rare liquids. They can be found using a handheld scanner. They can be on the surface or buried in the ground. A reservoir cannot be removed by drilling or the use of explosives. Well, that's good to know. Okay, so there's our output just there. So let's go ahead and kind of figure out what direction we want to go. So we want to be going in that direction. Perfect. So we're going to have one here, and we'll do another one here, I guess. So what's the maximum for the pipes? So pipes and liquids, transport of liquid and gases. Okay, that's good. I wonder if there isn't a limit. Okay, so we could put both of these into one pipe possibly, instead of having just individual pipe. Maybe that might be the way to go. So what we need to do now is join these pipes together. So we're going to go for straight and a straight. We'll go for a T-piece this way, and then we want this one as an angle, and we can just join these together. So that's looking good. We can then go ahead and bring this pipe all the way along to as far as you guys can see pretty much. And so whereabouts are we now? So we've got quite a distance to go. I might need more pipes than I actually have, but that's fine. Hopefully by the time we've done this one, we can probably get away with doing that one as well. So I'm trying to think of the best way to do this, because we're having to go along the mountain, but I'm just wondering if we make our way up to sort of where our sky bridge is. So you may think I'm a little bit strange and a little bit crazy, but this is what I decided to do, just because I wanted to be a little bit different. So I decided to go with my original idea, go right across to the top of the mountain. And I'm going to bring these three to join around about here, and then we can just go into the top of the second floor of our factory. So I've gone ahead and brought some power lines over to our pump jacks over here, because I just want to work out where I need to be able to place our pumps if we need them. So we're going to head on over here. I'm just going to double check actually, because I'm not too sure. We're going to have a look at the plumbing tool, see if it tells us any additional information on how much flow we have. So sometimes mix happen on dyed liquid may get put into pipes they shouldn't. For this we have a plumbing tool, two different modes, either drain a single pipe, object, or a whole segment. When in doubt, clean the full segment to avoid further issues. Okay, so hotkey V to analyze its content and figure out where something goes wrong. Okay, so it might be worth crafting a plumber's tool then. Handheld, maybe 5 biomass. That's pretty easy to get hold of, basically as simple as that. So we're going to go ahead and craft ourselves a plumbing tool. We're going to put that here, and then we're going to go ahead and press a V. So we've got 1.32 last copy to config, nothing. So let's see if it tells us anything. It doesn't. Okay, so it doesn't seem to change at all. Let's go ahead and put power over to it. I'm not sure why that one went up there, but it did. Okay, so let's go ahead and change this. Not sure why it was there, but I don't really like the look of it. Go ahead and pop it down here. That's better. We'll just pop that one there and link them together. Okay, so that number is changing now. So we need to find where the number starts to drop, and then we add a pump into it. I'm not sure what the distance is going to be, but we're about 9, 10, and we're about 11, 12 over here, which is pretty good. So I'm wondering if the flow will be different. We've got plenty over here. 14, pipe empty. Okay, have we got this set the right way round? I thought we had, oh no, that's right, this requires power, doesn't it? That's where I'm going wrong. So we're going to need to bring some extra power over this direction, which shouldn't be an issue. We can drag some power from over here. Okay, so we fixed that. They take low voltage power, so we just made a little platform with a transformer, so that's good. So what have we got here now? We've got 61 up here now. Okay, so we've definitely perked it up a little bit. It's probably just filling up a buffer, to be honest with you. It seems to be going pretty well all the way up here. So let's just enter Flycam, and we're going to take a trip up here just to double check everything's working. Okay, it looks like it's all working pretty good. We've got fluid up here, so that's looking pretty good. It is definitely filling up. The flow rate might be a little bit slow. Seems like it's actually draining now, which is very odd. Not entirely sure how these are actually all supposed to work, but I think we should be pretty good to go. We'll probably put another pump sort of over here just because we can, and push it down to that direction. If we can make it over to there, that will be good. Okay, so now we've seen how the first one works, I'm going to go ahead and set up the other two over here, meet them in the middle, and we'll get our tanks all sorted. Okay, so there we are. All our pipelines are complete, and we have 4 tanks full of crude olumite. So next we need to go ahead and automate low density olumite and liquid polymer, and also olumite gas. So for those, we are going to need some distillation columns, and we also need some flare stacks to burn away the gases. So I'm not sure how big I kind of want to go here. So I think what we're going to start with, we've already got one, just so I could sort of craft them so I could read up on how they work a little bit. I'm not sure how big I want to go. As I said, I'm thinking maybe we should go for 4 of each for now, I think. So we probably are going to need some more resources for that. Looks like I'm going to need some more rods. So I'm going to go ahead and grab some rods, and we're going to craft 12 of these all together, and then we're going to set them up to produce what we need. And I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and we will do a little fluid bus system. So I've got some resources. We are ready for our distillation columns. So they are pretty big. So we've got outputs and we've got input. Okay, so I'm not sure exactly where I want to put these. I'll probably end up moving them around. I want to create a nice little gap behind, so I think what I'll do is I'll start with here. We can see if we can link them like this. We'll see if this works. I'm not sure if it's going to or not, but we will see. So we're going to put them, hopefully they do link into series, and what I'm going to do is leave a little bit of a gap. Probably let's start from this end and we'll do another 4. So we've got 3 there, which is good. Yeah, so this is where it's going to be a little bit difficult because of where the panel location is. It's not too much of an issue. I think it just means that we're going to have to leave a little bit of a gap. So we're going to have to go like this, I think. So we've got 4 there. We're probably just going to have to space these out best we can. So we'll leave a little bit of a gap that way, and we'll go 4 across here as well, and it's not going to be quite wide enough to how I wanted to do it. Okay, so I decided to do 3 of each resource. I've got 2 wide gap in between and then a 4 wide in between each one, so we've still got access to our panels. So this one I'm going to do the low density olumite on these 3. Okay, and then this one here we're going to do the olumite refining, so we can go ahead like that, and then we can shift and right click and that will copy, and then we can go ahead and paste these. Go ahead and take this one as gas, and we can copy and paste those as well. So now what we need to do is we need to get rid of our waste gas, so that's where the flare stacks come in. So the flare stacks I'm going to pretty much put over here. I'm going to just make a nice little gap over here, and we are just going to place our flare stacks just here for our waste gas. 4 is probably a bit overkill, but it doesn't matter too much. We can always do as we need with them. So let's go ahead and plumb all of this up now then. So we're going to need an input from our tanks. But first of all, what I want to do is make sure we can link them all together. So I think what we can do is pretty much go like this, and we can link them all together. I'm not entirely sure whether it's worth linking them all together like this. I don't know if it's going to be sustainable enough, but we're going to try it. So we've got our inputs just here, and then what we're going to do is also grab our output from here to our waste gas. Nope, that is an input. Okay, so if that's an input, we aren't going to be able to do what my original plan was, which was to link them all together like this, because we need our outputs for our waste gas. Completely forgot about that, so we're going to have to get rid of all of these pipes, and we'll come up with another configuration. So let's get our waste pipes sorted first. I think that's going to be the better idea. Our inputs can all go out to the back, and then our outputs can probably come along here, come down along to the waste, which is over here. So I think that might be the better way to do it. So we're going to go ahead and get this sorted. So we're going to go down like this on all of these for our waste gas. Okay, so I think we've just got one more to do, and we're going to bring them all the way along here, pretty much is how we're going to do it. So that's good there, and then what we want to do is we want to pop one over here. I'm going to go along this direction, right in the middle. Now we're going to basically join all of these together. Now I will go ahead and get all the rest sorted, so you don't have to watch the boring task of me trying to get these all in line. Okay, so that's all our outputs sorted, so that's all looking pretty good. Now what we can do is grab our output from our tanks. So what I'm thinking about doing is taking it possibly from here or from here. I'm not sure exactly the best way to do it. I think what we'll do is we'll link them over this side as well. I'm not sure how it's all going to work, but I think if we link it all this side, it will just make the flow a little bit better. So we're going to go ahead and do that, and we're going to need a right angle in here, and that works pretty good. We're going to bring this up to this space, and we are going to go ahead and drag this along to there. Elbow this down straight along here. That looks good. And then all we can do is go ahead and drag all of this along this way. Okay, so let's get these T pieces done first. That way we know where we are. Okay, so that's good. And now we just want to bring this all the way along over here. This last one we could probably put as an elbow, to be honest. Put that as an elbow. There we go. Now we should have a nice little bit of production. Aha. Okay, input unset. That's an output as waste gas, and that's an output as gas. Oh, that's not good. So our waste gas is at the front. Well, that's a little bit awkward because I've done it completely the wrong way. So that's not good. Don't worry, everyone. Crisis is averted. I've managed to fix it all. So that will teach me a lesson to pay attention to the inputs and outputs of certain machines, but we have it all sorted. So that one's that one. We need to basically empty this lot because we kind of messed up a little bit. So might as well flush the whole pipe section, and then hopefully our burners will then start burning away. So it looks like we only have our one that's kind of doing what it's supposed to be doing. We haven't got anything in here. So okay, our just one waste gas seems to be doing what it's supposed to be doing. So machine liquid or gas at a rate of 50 per liter. So our waste gas isn't as drastic as we were expecting. I might go ahead and move these pipes just so I can actually access the consoles. I might sort of go up and over, but I'll probably do that in between episodes. For the moment, we can just run around the back and have a look. So yeah, it looks like our waste gas isn't too drastic. So I don't think we need to worry about that. At least this will accommodate us for future. So now we have our low density olumite, and we've got a liquid polymer, and we also have our olumite gas as well. So let's go ahead and see if we can get the other two in production as well. So we've got liquid fuel, which is done in a chemical processor, and that will take the low density olumite. And then we have here ignium powder, olumite gas, and water as an input into a chemical processor. But what we do want to do is we want our polymer boards and our circuit boards. So we need liquid polymer in a casting machine to make the polymer boards. So I think what my plan is going to be is to make our caster machine and our polymer boards on this level, and then we can go down a level and add it to our bus system. I think that's probably going to be the best way to do it. Now we can either do that with conveyor belts, or we can have a nice little freight elevator. I think we'll just stick to conveyor belts. I think it's going to be a bit too complicated, as freight elevators do take a lot of room. So following that our liquid polymer is over on this side, I think we'll put the chemical processing for the caster machines over this side. So let's go ahead and get a few of those in production. We need to sort our research out as well. So I think we'll go for the jetpack so we can have some jetpack fuel and obviously travel around a little bit quicker. I think we'll save the radio tower for the next episode. We want to kind of get the polymer boards and the electrical components added into our bus system. So that's only going to take polymer boards and electronic components, so we can add that onto the bus system down below with some assemblers. So casting machines, we have them, and it only takes 5 liquid polymer, so not a lot, to be honest with you. Liquid polymer is here in the middle, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to grab our casting machine just here. I'm not sure whereabouts we're going to want it, but it looks like I've put the inputs for the liquid pretty much in the perfect position. I'm pretty happy with that. So I think just randomly here is going to be a good place to put it for now. We are going to stick with just 2 for now. I think is going to be the best way to do it. So we're going to go ahead and we are going to bring this all the way along like that, and we'll have to, yeah, we probably are going to have to go up and over just to be on the safe side so we don't obstruct anything. So let's go ahead and bring this over to here. I want the glass facing down. We'll keep that as it is. And then what we'll do is we'll put a T-piece just in here. Helps if I can rotate it the right way around. There we go. And then we can go ahead and put a little bit of fiddly, and that can go there. So in our casting machine, and now we can put polymer liquid just there. So polymer boards are there. So it looks like our production rate is pretty good, to be honest. Not too bad. So maybe we could put another one here. That might not be obstructing it too much. I think that might be a good idea. So we'll put another one there, and I think we're probably going to need another one. We'll stick with 3 for the moment. We'll get these set up, and then we'll get the polymer boards added into our bus system. We probably won't need them in storage, I don't think. I'm not too worried about that. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this all set up. Okay, so there we are. We have our polymer boards. So now we just need to make our way down and add it to our bus system. It shouldn't be too difficult, because if I've planned this right, we should be pretty good of where we need to be. Okay, so it looks like we are pretty much in the perfect position to where we want to be to add it to our bus system. Yep, that is pretty perfect. Okay, so we are good to go on that front. We definitely need to get some under ceiling lighting up in here. So now we've got glass in production, we should be good to go for that one. Probably do that in between episodes. That might be a little bit boring. So what we can do now is add our electrical components down to here. Now we have polymer boards. So let's go ahead and grab some more stuff from our storage that we did, and we can add electrical components, not electrical components, a circuit board, which I possibly will put into storage as well, because we're probably going to need quite a few of them. And then what I think we'll do is we'll get some chemical processors, and we will then put the low density oil into liquid fuel, so we can introduce that into the bus system up on the 2nd floor. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab our assemblers over here, and we're going to start putting this lot together to produce our circuit boards. So we're going to put 2 of those here, and we're going to set our inputs. So we want these as an input. We are going to want to go like this, and then we are going to want some second lane loaders as well, which I haven't got any, so we'll craft 2 of those because that's all we need. While they're crafting, we're going to go ahead and select circuit boards on these over here. So that's pretty good, and now we have these as an intake, and that is good as well. So what we're going to do is bring these up, or are we going to bring them down? That is a very good question. I think down should be pretty good. No, I think what we're going to do is actually go up. I think up's going to be a better idea. We're going to try and keep everything as uniform as possible. So we're going to go ahead, and this isn't going to work for me again, so we're going to pop a foundation down, and we're going to go like that. That's better. Get rid of those, and then what we're going to do is select this as a slope down to carry on. So we're going to rotate this one around here for now. We're going to bring that down to here, and then we're going to bring our conveyor belt straight across to here, and we'll bring this one back all the way along over here to our electrical components, which we are going to have to bring it down. Is going to be the best way for this one. I think we'll keep the electrical components going down because everything's going above it. So we'll bring that round there, and we will just go ahead and do that. We will select a slope down on this one, we'll rotate that round, and then button, we can go ahead and put our balancer in here. Hopefully it will select the right location. Perfect. Okay, so now we should have circuit boards in production over here once this belt catches up. So we're going to go ahead and put our outputs over on this side. We're going to bring this belt to here, so we're then going to put a balancer just here like this, and then we're going to bring this round and loop it, and then we can add the boards to our bus system as well. What I might do is something a little bit crazy. So what I think I'll do is bring it over this way possibly, then we can bring it around here and expand it up. I think we might have to start doing a little bit of an expansion at some point, because yeah, it's all getting a little bit crazy. So let's just expand these so they're all nice and level. Then we'll go ahead and get our liquid fuel in production as well. Okay, so here we are back up top, and we've got a couple of chemical processors ready. Let's just auto sort this lot. So chemical processors. So I'm thinking about putting them pretty much over on this side. I think that will probably be a good idea to do it like this, to be honest. We can put one over here and one next to it. So I think putting them just about here is pretty good. We'll leave a little bit of a space between the two. Don't know if it's worth going this far. Yeah, I think that should work pretty well actually. So now we just need to connect the liquid olumite, I believe. No, the low density olumite. Okay, and then what do we need for the energy cells? We need the olumite acid. That one's going to be a little bit complicated, as we're going to need ignium powder, which comes from crushers from ignium ore, which isn't too bad. We can definitely sort that out as well. We might have to bring that production up here so we can meet with the olumite gas over on the other side with some water as well, which isn't going to be too bad because we have water over here. So we've got a water supply coming along here anyway to our mineral rocks. We can take the feed off that. So that seems like a pretty good idea. But first of all, let's get this lot sorted. So we're going to go ahead and connect all of this lot. I've kind of put them in the wrong position. I wanted them over here a little bit more. That should be good. Yeah, that's nice and level. Now we're going to go ahead and grab our pipes. Now we probably don't need all of these inputs, but we're going to link them all together anyway, just because I think it will look a little bit nicer. So we're going to go ahead and pop that to there. We can always change that at a later date if we need to. And then we're going to go ahead and connect all of these up to this one over here. So we're going to put a T-piece in this section, and we're going to connect this up to here. I want to rotate it so we've got that showing in the same way. So that's pretty good. So now we should have this. We'll be able to do the liquid fuel, and then we're just going to have an output here. So we'll go ahead and grab our pipes again. We can make this one into a corner section, these ones into a T-piece, just like that, and then we can drag this all the way along over to here. But what I'm going to do actually is we're going to change the orientation of this to face down, and then we can go ahead and add that into production as well. So that will be good there. We can put a corner piece in here like this and select our straight piece, make sure that's in the right orientation, and we can go ahead and add that as well. So let's extend all of these pipes so they all look kind of uniform, and we should be good to go. So we should have liquid fuel now into this one. So I like that. That's looking pretty good. Okay, so let's see what actually needs liquid fuel. So we need jetpack fuel, which now I've researched a jetpack will be pretty good, and portable fuel as well, and these goes into fluid assemblers. So all the fluid assemblers I'll put on this sort of path. So we're going to have to take a xenoferrite feed, xenoferrite plates, and we're going to have to bring that up as well. So that's going to take a little bit of planning. So I could go directly from up there, or I could just utilize this and go straight up through the floor. So I just have to plan whereabouts I want to do it. What I'll probably do is going to add a load of balancers along this stretch here, just to make sure it's all balanced after taking some of the feeds from here. And then what we'll probably do is possibly take this last belt and go up, or yeah, I think the first one will be a little bit too difficult to do, and we'll just basically go straight up through the floor. I think that's going to be the best thing to do. So while I wait for this elevator, I think that should be a pretty good place to end the episode. Hopefully you are enjoying this series, and if you are, make sure you hit that like button and make sure you subscribe as well to the channel. So just a quick recap while we take our elevator up. The plan for the next episode, we are going to be looking at the olumite acid. We're going to get the jetpack fuel and the portable fuel into production as well, and then we're going to be having a look at the energy cells. And I think after all of that, we should be good to go into having a look at construction materials and the whole construction setup. So it's been Kryptonite here. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next video.